It's currently 11:26 p.m. I've been working on the vertical lines for the mask of this personal project polystyrene drawing for the past handful of hours, semi-focused. Since about 6:30 p.m. Not too long ago, Dad finished cooking these fries and sausage. And he put ketchup on top of everything. I'm having a kombucha spritzer aluminum can to go with it. I recall waking up sometime between 9 in the morning and 10 in the morning. And I recall getting up off my bed around 10:30 in the morning. 10:15 in the morning at the earliest. It was around 10:45 in the morning when I had my first cup of plain coffee from the morning pot Dad made today. Then around noon, I had my second cup of coffee with two peanut butter and jelly bagel sandwiches. If I recall, one of the bagels each bagel making up two halves. One of the bagels were plain and the other one had sesame seeds. Then around 5:30 p.m., After spending about 20 minutes doing a no equipment workout, I took essentially 4 hot dogs, whose taste reminded me of Spam or spiced ham. It's something I don't recall ever trying. Either that or before I thought of Spam, I recall thinking of bologna sausage, which I only really recall having circle slices of. I sliced up those 4 hot dogs, microwaved them for 30 seconds, which wasn't enough to make them hot, but at the time I thought doing a full minute would make all of the slices steaming hot. I recall having 2 to 3 cups of coffee, with the third cup being a partial cup. Roughly from 10:45 in the morning to about 1:30 p.m. I had all the cups of coffee in this mug, and then later, I think I recall having 1 cup of water in it. And I had more water in one of those gray plastic glasses. Tap water that I got from the kitchen sink. I recall at some point during the late morning or early afternoon, today's badge of the day on Congregate was the second easy badge for Firestone Idle RPG, the one for joining a guild, for which I created my own guild since that ended up being easier to do than joining a pre-existing guild at the time. And I ended up running Firestone Idle RPG, for at least a handful of hours before I figured out how to prestige one more time since it had been a while. Though as of now, the games I'm currently focusing on Congregate are Crush Crush and DPS Idol a little bit, but just a little bit since I've already gotten the badges on that game. As for Crush Crush, in the back of my mind, there's always a concern that I could lose some progress on that game, but ultimately I am still making progress. Yeah, I don't recall when this excuse me, this building finished being constructed. I'm glad I have it for now, though.